This is what my subscribers are looking for, the best offline RPG game that can be played on any device. Whatever the phone spec you have, it doesn't matter because on this video we will get a nice offline game RPG for you to enjoy every day without thinking of any connection. If you like this video, feel free to like and share it with your friends who's looking for this RPG offline game genre. Top 12 Best Mobile Games RPG High Graphic Offline Games for Mobile. Top RPG Offline Game Android. You can support this channel and send us a special thanks. Smash and Slash Offline. Smash and Slash Offline. This game is new game offline RPG that has portrait mode, but I prefer to play it on landscape mode by using orientation control apps on the Play Store because the game's layout is matched with the phone screen resolution. The gameplay of Smash and Slash game is an action RPG with hack and slash. Our main character will get a sword by the chest. The combat battle is we can attack the enemy by tapping the screen and swipe the screen to dodge the enemy's attack. When we level up, we will gain ability points. Spend that point to learn skill like counter attack, dash, heavy damage, and circle attack. The ambience of this RPG is quite a darkness theme, because we will play inside of the dungeon area. Best offline RPG game Android iOS. Ninja One. Ninja One. The game actually has very bright graphics and is eye-catching. If you are looking for an offline game with a nice visual color, then try this game. The gameplay of this action RPG is a stage-based game, so we need to clear the current stage to open the next stages. Every stage level will get more difficult and the monster will be stronger. But don't worry because we can use a skill in a long distance with areas of effect that will deal the enemies in a massive number. Try to use your dodge button as much as you can without thinking of any cooldown. When the enemy come closer, then slash them with your sword. The best new RPG game offline on mobile. Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance. Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance. This game is really worth playing and buying. I really enjoy seeing the graphic and how smooth the game is. I feel like playing offline RPG Diablo games like. We will start with choosing characters which are human archer, dwarf fighter, elven sorcerers. We will explore the open world map and following the main quest. Actually, this kind of RPG story-based game, we will slash many monsters with our weapon to get a gold and buy a stronger weapon in the shop if possible. Make sure to check on every object around by destroying the barrels to get health potion and extra gold. We are only able to rotate the camera view from the top-down perspective. Ogu and Secret Forest. Ogu and Secret Forest, such an interesting offline game Android iOS that was playable on Steam and mobile. This game is kind of like an adventure RPG. We will have a ton of rich features and puzzles, exploring a huge open world game with beautiful art style and simple visual but really addictive to play. We will face some puzzles that need to be solved to let us go to the next quest. We will fight against the guardian monster in some different way like a turn-based RPG offline and action RPG offline. Build up your building, catch the fish or various insects, and be able to interact with some objects is possible. Ogu and Secret Forest is the best open world offline RPG game on Android iOS. Wintercraft Survival. Wintercraft Survival Forest La Bouche. This game has been optimized really well. The game design, and now we have a new compass to see the current quest we should go. That makes the player easier to know about the journey. We can do many things like making a bonfire to maintain the player temperatures, hunting the animal with our bow in a distance, or axe in close combat. Remember to pick up their skin or items to craft something interesting like a shirt and pants. We also can freely get resources around by cutting down the trees and picking up the wood. While we are exploring the open world, our character needs to eat some food and drink some water. Please take a look around for some good objects. The best RPG offline game mobile with survival-based games. Mighty Quest Rogue Palace. This game is really adorable with a hack and slash offline RPG. The game has very detailed graphic and enjoyable game control. If you want to play this game offline, you must become a Netflix member first. I guarantee you will never regret it. This action RPG is really worth playing. The gameplay is that we need to clear the area that is full of monsters and slash them with our sword and unleash your skill to get some EXP for leveling up your character. Every time we level up, we will gain an optional ability to strengthen our character, get rare equipment through chest quests, change your character appearance based on the equipment you are using. The best game offline action RPG games Android iOS. Fender, Plague of Lies. This is one of the best offline turn-based RPG games Android iOS. The game has a dark theme fantasy with a very deep storyline. We are able to communicate with the NPC. Sometimes it's getting interesting by getting the humor from the NPC. We can unlock variation of the new skill or abilities by leveling up your character. The level of difficulty has become more and more tough throughout this storyline. We are able to explore the world from a top-down view perspective, but in battle, we will get a 3D graphic combat system. Of course, with a less mechanism just because this game has very small size and I really understand it. The best RPG game offline on Android iOS you must try now. Unlucky Tale RPG Survival. This new RPG offline game is on early access now. You can get this game free on Play Store only on specific regions available. The game has a very common story. It's about a young common man suddenly sending to unknown places and meeting the gods and cannot come back to his land. So we need to follow his thoughts and complete many achievements by killing the monster by using our javelin slash them and avoid their attack. Crafting new weapons, wooden javelin, and exploring the huge open world map, we can build up some stuff to help us do daily tasks. It's kind of an offline adventure RPG game with a story-based game mobile. Ranji, an ancient epic. Seriously, this game has epic graphic of ancient objects around. The statue, the panorama, the music is absolutely epic for an offline game level. This game becomes premium by Netflix companies and it's really worth downloading even now. We will have a nice voiceover the journey. There are so many obstacles we should pass through, jumping on the highest pillar, running by the wall, going by the ravine and many more. We will fight against the huge monster by our javelin in close combat or long distance area by throwing the javelin on the monster. At some point, we will gain a chance to do an instant kill when the enemy is in a vulnerable condition. The best action RPG game offline mobile. Dinaman's World, one of my favorites Pokemon offline game Android RPG so far. The game really has a small size, just about 43 MB, and can be played with one finger because it has a portrait mode. The gameplay is the game like Pokemon turn-based RPG. Every turn allows the player to launch the skill or switch the character based on the advantage condition. We must make the enemy's health point lower to make us have a bigger chance to catch the enemy and become our ally. Every time our character level up, it will increase the status like attack, defense, and aiming. Remember on focusing by the power of the element to deal a higher damage to the enemy. The best offline RPG turn-based game for Android iOS. Nier Automata. Nier Automata. The game really has a high capacity to make the best action RPG on mobile, especially this action RPG was made by single player or indie developer. Such nice works, right? Nier Automata allows the player to change the appearance with more attractive design. We will play in action hack and slash sword base. The control is actually quite difficult to lock the enemy in the right position, because we must aim the enemy manually. I wish the developers would keep making the next stages and story and fixing the control properly. And of course, release it on Play Store and App Store. The best action RPG hack and slash game, Nier Automata Mobile Offline. Fantasy League Turn-based RPG. Fantasy League Turn-based RPG. So far, this game really gets my attention so much, especially on RPG offline turn-based strategy game system. The game will do auto combat only for basic attack while in battle, but we need to click the skill manually based on the first in and first out. Anyway, you can use the auto button and speed up the game faster. There are some features we can use for upgrading team combat power like rune system, level system, skill system, and equipment system. For an offline RPG, this feature is quite complete and really good for us to enjoy the game in a longer time, because we can do many things. The best RPG offline game Android iOS.